Welcome. NSG 322. Study section 5. Factors affecting learning. Introduction. In this study section, I intend to discuss with you certain factors that can affect learning process. Some of these factors are peculiar to you as individuals. Some of them are associated with the learning environment, while others are associated with nature of nursing profession. Learning outcomes. When you have studied this section, you should be able to enumerate certain factors that can affect learning process. Identify factors that are peculiar to you as an individual. Identify factors that are associated with the nature of nursing profession. Explain how these factors affect learning process. Factors affecting human learning. There are many variables that affect human learning and can be grouped as follows. Factors associated with individual. Factors associated with tasks to be performed. Environmental factors or variables. Factors associated with the nature of Nigeria. Individual variables. Level or intelligence, age, personality traits, attitude, previous experience, state of mind, state of health, cultural background. The level of maturation of individual learner plays a significant role in the amount of material that is learned, the kind of knowledge acquired, the rate of learning, and the amount of retention. Individual differs in capacity of learning certain tasks. Difference in capacity may either be physical or intellectual. Physical. Some people don't get tired easily, whereas others study for little period and get tired. Others can pursue a task for short period but not tired. Instead, have little break for something else. Intellectually, some people can understand situation very quickly, maybe as a result of experience. Personality traits. Perseverance, curiosity, self-confidence, level of aspirations, aggressiveness, motivation, all have their effects on learning. They interact with each other simultaneously. Motivation can be either within or without. Task variables. Variables associated with the tasks to be performed. Meaningfulness of the task to be learned. The more meaningful, the more easily learned. Difficulty of the task to be learned. The more difficult, the longer period it takes to learn. The simpler, the easier is learning. Learning stage by stage instead of in complex form. Some skills in clinical settings. Teaching of clients on how to give insulin to himself. Nurse has to teach him the processes involved to avoid contaminations. Another complex example is urine testing stages, and different methods have to be explained to the client. Simple example is hot seat baits. Similarity to previously performed tasks. This deals with transfer of knowledge. What one has learned previously can assist present learning. On the other hand, it may have adverse effects, whether to reinforce the previous knowledge by adding more facts or to totally provide new information depend on the teacher. Degree of similarity differs. Pleasantness or unpleasantness of the task, e.g., giving an injection may be unpleasant. The way the task is organized, the manner in which the task to be learned is organized, has effect on the learning affecting the amount of retention, or the aforementioned affects the skill of learning. Environmental variables. Physical environment conditions such as weather, the extremes of weather, hot or cold, ventilation, noise, etc. Teacher's attitude, e.g., organizing ability, reinforcement pattern use of peculiarity language. Frequency with which the response is practiced will also affect the rate at which the skill is acquired and fixed. Teachers' teaching methodology and provision of opportunities for practice are quite essential. Reinforcement pattern followed by knowledge of results will aid learning. The type of incentives in given situation, e.g., may be abstract or concrete incentives. Abstract, verbal praises. Concrete, proper rewards, e.g., sweets or toys for basic for particular performance. Teaching aids, e.g., visual or oral aids for proper learning and making environment conducive. General factors in nursing setting or learning process. 3 general factors have been identified: the nature of nursing itself, the nature of nurse's function, the nature of the learner. Nature of nursing. In nursing practice, care of client supersedes teaching, takes priority. There are many procedures to carry out more than teaching. There has been a problem of planning time for teaching along other nursing activity that must be performed before the time is up. Nursing is carried out in a great variety of settings, which sometimes may not lend themselves easily to teaching. These varieties of settings have special varieties of objectives. For example, in industrial setting, it may not be easy to gather people for teaching. In some settings, it is educationally based, but during PTA meeting or other times, health talks could be arranged. Nurses have many other roles to perform, apart from giving care, e.g. supervising their assistants. They also assist others in carrying out some roles of responsibility. Thus, they scarcely have time for teaching. More importantly, before now, nurses in clinical settings do not identify teaching as an important aspect of their function, but with the new nursing syllabus, emphasis on teaching is greater in the wards. These two-factor nature of nursing and nature of nurses function are better classified under environmental variables. Nature of the learner, emotional states, age, personality, attitude, previous experience, state of mind, health cultural background, level of intelligence. Apart from these mentioned factors, there are two groups of clients. Clients in various stages of illness, clients in good health. These two categories can create or be problems in teaching or learning process. Clients in various stages of illness. How do they pose problems or complicate teaching or learning process? They consecrate their focus on how to get well. Physical survival is the major concern. Having fear and emotional disturbances. Here, caring will take precedence over teaching as the client needs some rest and tender care. Long-term condition. Clients in this group to show the nurse that they know better than the nurse and will not listen to teaching. Secondly, the client may actually know better than the nurse about his condition. In this case, the client can be grouped with other clients of the same condition to share his experience with others in a discussion. The nurse can also gain knowledge and utilize it somewhere else when posted to another ward. Again, some clients under long-term condition may be aggressive and no style and may not cooperate in teaching or learning process. Problems out of frustration, they need to be given time to put their emotions under control. Convalescent stage. At this stage, clients are in state of readiness to learn. They are more receptive because their condition have improved. A lot of our teaching should be scheduled to coincide with this period. This helps the clients to keep well after discharge. This is not to say that this is the only period to teach. Clients in good health. This may include family of hospitalized patients, health center, family planning clinics, antenatal clinics, children in schools, employees in industries, parents of school children. Some possible difficulties in teaching these groups include elimination of unnecessary taboos. It is always difficult to change one's belief, but one can suggest alternative nutrients. Expectant father. Expectant father too need to be educated on how to give psychological support for their wives and prepare attractive environments for the newborn. The difficulty here is how to bring this father to the clinic for the education. Symposia may be organized for such talks, or wives to inform their husband after receiving the information from the clinic, and if possible, distribution of pamphlets or handouts, leaflets, creation of Father's Day for health. In case of evident problem in elementary schools, talks could be organized during PTA meeting, educating the parents about the health of their children. Study section summary. In this study section, you have learned that certain factors have been found to be having effect on learning process. Some of the factors affect learning positively, while others affect learning negatively. The factors can be categorized as those peculiar to individuals, those that are associated with environment, and those that are related to the nature of nursing profession. We've come to the end of study section 5. Thank you.